Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to my stream. I am Kerbon, and we're going to continue, I guess, of course, some Beyond Shadowgate. No, seriously though, we are. Just want to say, I almost didn't stream this evening. I was running into some anxiety issues, but I'm going to see if I can't work through them here. If things get bad, I will cut out, but I'll announce it if I do so. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves stuck in to some more Beyond Shadowgate, continuing right from where we left off two days ago, October 8th. Now, okay, yes, this room, this evil room. Okay, so I figured out the solution of the puzzle without looking it up and without anyone explaining it to me right at the end of the last stream. Frankly, I'm surprised I actually managed it, but I did, and so we finally found and got ourselves, if I can find it, the lens here. And greetings and salutations to you as well, Mr. Drapax. Thank you for stopping by. Ready to watch me get stuck again on a trivial puzzle, huh? Okay, so let's see. Let's look at this, and then I know exactly what we need to do with it. Small glass lens has lost its blue glow. It never had it in the first place, maybe. I don't know. As have the objects you view through the lens. So, all signs point toward the fact that we need to go through the forest, and in order to do so, because it's a maze, in order to go through that forest without getting lost, we need this lens that shows us the wisps. We follow all the wisps except the red ones, I guess. But that lens needs to be enchanted first. Enchanted, I guess that's the right one thing. At the local temple. So we will do that now, and let's see what happens afterwards. I'm here to offer moral support, says Drapex. Yes, thank you very much for doing so. And thanks for using that little emoji. I need to fix that one up and add some more, maybe some animated ones, whatever. I don't know. If you got any good ideas for some that I could add, please feel free. You're the longest viewer of my stream, so you know all the various kind of memes that I could create out of the games that I've played. I do plan on making an animated version of that one that you used, that's doing a little dance or something, you know, the little dance you see it do in the gold box companion whenever you level up. But I'll have to think about that if I have time to do it another time. For now, we got our lens. I don't think there's anything else to do in that room, so let's just get the F out of there. Oh, that's right. This isn't a child-friendly stream. Let's just get the fuck out of there. And go back to the temple, which is right here. Okay. And the dude is still standing here. I guess he has nothing left to do, nothing else to do, huh? Lord Gyre speaks to you. There is unrest across the lands. I have heard people speak of me in places I have not been. Though he wears my armor and bears my resemblance, it is not I. If you find him, please let me know, my small friend. Will do. This altar, I believe we just placed the lens on it. It's made from finely chiseled marble and is exquisitely smooth. It is used for blessing objects. It's blessing, not enchanting. We have to bless the lens. Place the lens on the altar, and after waiting for several minutes and seeing nothing, you wonder if something is missing. You mutter, I wish this would work already. This altar is made from finely chiseled. Okay, same stuff. Thick book bound in soft blue leather rests below the altar. It feels wrong to borrow it. It is closed, hinting that the fact that we probably should open it. You gently open the book to the center, noticing the luxurious paper and fine penmanship. You begin reading a record from the Book of Miracles attributed to the One. A foul enchantment cast fog upon her land and twisted roads, shrouding it from view, halting trade, and starving her people. Didn't use an Oxford comma, shame on them. The queen offered a rod and gold to the statue, and placed her glasses upon the altar, and spoke a prayer for piercing vision. The one answered, excuse me, here I go with the yawning again, sorry. The one answered, magic flowed into her lenses. With them she saw through the fog and led caravans back to her people. So we need rod and gold and glasses to put up there. Well, I guess the glasses is the lens. Okay, so we need rod and gold. What's a rod and gold? Standard is kind of a rod. Oh, we do have a gold vessel. All right, let's put the gold vessel up there. I'll bet you that's part of it. The item is useless here. Really? Nothing happened. Oh, there we go. Oh, we put it in the statue, right. Standing on your toes and reaching high overhead, you place the gold vessel on the statue's open hand. Why don't we get Jair to help, or Jair to help us? Excuse me, not Jair. It's Jair. Forgot. That's how his name is properly pronounced, apparently. You feel a certain strangeness in the air. You sense powerful energy radiating from the altar at the statue's feet. Oh, there is a rod already there, I think, it looks like, in the statue's other hand. The statue grasps the rod firmly in its right hand. Yeah, sure enough. Now holds the golden vessel in its left hand. Let's look at the lens. No, I guess we can't. Do we take it? We have no reason to take it back yet. Surely there's another step to this process. All right, let's look at the book again. What did I miss? Yeah, a rod and gold to the statue. Placed her glasses upon the altar and spoke a prayer for piercing vision. Okay, so we need to speak a prayer. And because it used the word speak, let's speak. There was no response. Speak to the statue. You kneel before the statue, lowering your head and reciting a prayer for the One to aid you on your quest. The statue glows intensely, forcing you to shield your eyes. A loud crack breaks the silence, and you hear stone crumbling. You uncover your eyes to see a miracle has occurred, and the statue has been destroyed. Oh. Well. That's always a perfectly good statue. Process that restored magic to the lens also destroyed the statue. You hope you don't have to pay for a replacement. Yeah, I can't even whistle anymore. I don't know. The strange blue glow has returned to this lens. Its magical power has been restored. All right, and now we can take it. Magic lens. Pick up the lens and notice it has a faint glow. It is now imbued with some magical properties. You are very curious about its possible uses. It has the power to reveal the unseen. When your eyes detect wavering light, the lens will show you the truth. So we look for wavering light. Will it be visible in this, image here, or will it have to be in the description of the location? I wonder. I killed it. Yep, I killed the damn statue. They're gonna be look around for the one who destroyed the statue. We better get out of here. Can we use the magic lens on Jair? Jair looks at your offering and speaks. I'm sorry, my friend. That is not for me to hold. The burden rests with you. Okay, see you later. Now, without having to walk all the way there, I wonder if there is any faster method for teleporting. Can we use the teleportation thing yet? Let me go to back to the spells here. Targwenthal is for if there's a shimmering, it reveals stuff. If presence of a shimmer, dispel an enchantment reveals what is hidden. Herbicide is exactly what it sounds like. When overgrown weeds are present, prevent all progress. The spell will wither them and clear the way. We haven't run into any of those yet, I don't think. But this one, what is this? Polychromus sounds like, I don't know, let's see. On frozen stone without path in sight, single word summons a bridge of light. So we have to wait until we're on a frozen stone. So sadly, we can't use it on this. It does not work. So it's not the one that it's not our fast travel spell, unfortunately. Does I want to be blamed for breaking the statue? Exactly, we do not. So I guess we're gonna have to take the long way there. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and get it over with. Vestibule. I always love that word. Vestibule. All right, here we are. It wasn't that too far away. And we step forward. Here we are. Let's look around. Upon the pathway of the forest, the trees seem to be closing in on you, as if the forest itself is swallowing you alive. Along the forest path, trees. Okay. Nothing about the shrooms here? Come on. Alright. Well. We'll use this on here. Aha! You look through the lens. A faintly glowing green wisp hovers silently in the air, pointing towards a path. You wonder if you should follow it. Well, duh. We have to use it every time, huh? Ah, now this is an interesting one. You look through the lens, faintly glowing red wisp hovers silently in the air, pointing towards a path. Now, yeah, this one you do want to wonder. We were told somewhere along the way here that maybe from the, I think it was from one of the dwarven gravestones, that we are not to follow the red wisps. So let's... Now that does leave two other choices. Well, I guess technically three. I'm going to guess let's go the opposite direction from the way that it's pointing toward us. Pointing towards the path. Yeah, okay, so same thing every time. All right. Ooh, you step from the accursed maze of a forest into a quiet clearing in the woods. A wooden bridge over a lazy river beckons you forward, away from the hazards of the forest for good, you hope. Nice. All right. The wagon path is being reclaimed by nature. You imagine the road saw more action when the mine was in operation. Yeah, sure. 'Tis a covered wooden bridge, not uncommon in rural places. Why would it use "tis" for narration? That seems a little odd. That's something that's usually spoken, not narrated. Oh well. Not uncommon in rural. I never can say that word right. Rural places. Rural. I don't know. Screw it. All right, well, let's just move on, I suppose. We're going to see the Headless Horseman here. You don't have time to admire the scenery. Yes, I do. Well, I guess maybe I don't. I don't know. But you resolve to remember this spot next time you'd like to go fishing. Sure. Well, I definitely don't have time for fishing, but... Hey, this plant looks familiar. We saw this plant on the outside of the mine as well. This small shrub struggles to grow alone in the harsh wilderness. I'll bet... Feel a strange kinship with the rogue plant. Keep at it, you humble and courage. Something about these little shrubs that we've been seeing. There's only 2 so far, but there could be more. I bet that we get a spell at some point that will do something with those shrubs. I don't know. So let's bear those in mind. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Yeah, see, and that was spoken. That wasn't narrated, you know? All right, let's keep looking. You don't have to. Oh, come on. I'm looking at the bridge. Dirt path leads to the wooden bridge. All right, gee, that was real descriptive. Thanks. And you see a path leading back into the woods. All right, well, then let's just. Now, wait a minute. There's 2 locations here. What's this over here? 'Tis a small dirt path leading down to the riverbank. Oh, this right here. Well, let's check out the riverbank first here, maybe. What's going on here? The riverbank reveals the underside of the bridge. Crouching low, you can see this handle is attached to a lever that connects to a mechanism underneath the bridge. It is well within reach and can be pulled easily. That leads back up to the covered bridge entrance. All right, let's open, I guess. It did not, fine, use. Reach out and grasp the handle, pulling it down. The sound of a firm click is heard from a mechanism in the bridge above. What did we do? Okay, I guess we can't undo it, whatever it is that we did. As you turn to walk away, the handle resets to its original position. You also hear the mechanism in the bridge reset. It is undone whatever happened. I was just trying to leave. Okay, I think I may see what's happening here. Towards Gwynethel, you see a meadow at the end of the truss bridge. Although old and abandoned, the planks were gathered from the Torland forest. They remain strong enough to support you. Good. You look closely and see the planks are unusually staggered. Still, you whistle and admire the craftsmanship. Sure don't make them like they used to, you say to the empty bridge. Yeah, okay. I have a feeling we're gonna die if we try to walk across it here. You done did it now. Yeah, I guess I did. We'll see what I done did. Zoe's just eating her fur. All right, if we move. Yep, I saw that coming. As you walk through the covered bridge, your concentration is broken by the sound of creaking wood beneath your feet. Suddenly a trapdoor opens and you fall into the rushing river below. You got lucky last time you plunged into raging waters. This time the current is much, much stronger. The Torland Chamber of Commerce should be told about these killer bridges. Unfortunately, you won't be able to write that sternly worded letter. You'll be too busy being dead. Being dead is busy work? Ugh. Never mind, I don't want to be dead then. The guys arguing the world is doomed. Okay, so I think what we need to do is after using this, we need to stick something in it to keep it down. Something to weigh it down, you might say. Why can't you write the letter as a ghost? Well, I suppose you could on ghostly paper with a ghostly pen. But then they're not going to see the letter because it's ghostly to them. I don't know. How about if we stick that standard in there? Can we do that? Will that hold it down or kind of jam it? Nope, useless here. We do have these. We have a heavy coat, but that's probably not heavy enough. Nope, it even almost looks like a coat hanger. You could hang it on there. No, okay. Well, we do have these heavy rocks, but how are we going to put them on there? These stones are certainly heavy enough to lower the handle, but you'll need a way to attach them. Yes, we will. Can we put the heavy rocks into the empty sack? No? Pearl birdcage. Birdcage. Put him in the birdcage. Heavy rocks. Nothing happened. Okay. Try the opposite way. Heavy rocks in. Yes. Okay. We got a heavy cage. We place the heavy rocks into the bird cage. No flying away now, rocks. You really speaking to rocks can't be healthy. Sure, it can't be. You now have a really heavy bird cage. Good for you. What do you want to use this on? Right there. There we go. You attach the bird cage full of rocks to the handle. See, your rocks came in handy. Trayfax, the ones you demanded that I go back and get with the sledgehammer. The handle sinks another inch as it's pulled as tight as it can be. All right, now we can leave. And presumably this is now locked in place. Yes, it is. Except you're welcome. Well, okay, good. The forest path winds through a small meadow. It really is getting to be evening time, isn't it? Getting late. Need some place to stay and sleep for the night. I guess there's nothing else to, All right, well, let's... Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't know you were there. We'll find you another way around. With a loud screech, a foul harpy swoops down from the trees and hovers in front of you. Because of the stench coming from this human vulture, you wonder why you didn't notice it sooner. That's what I've kind of said. Okay. Yikes, I have a feeling we don't want to tarry, but if I try looking at it, will that be okay? This harpy is half bird and half woman. The avian half is a vulture with filthy feathers and claws glistening with poison. Ooh, didn't realize they had poisoned claws. It's hovering beyond arm's reach. Death by harpies. Yeah, I can think of worse ways to go maybe, but I wouldn't want it all the same. Well, shall we shoot it? Actually, no, let's speak with it. Whether or not the creature understands you is moot, as all it does is shriek back. It just shrieks back. Fine, we'll shoot it. The harpy's eyes show the faintest glint of fear at the sight of the crossbow. As you loose the bolt, the harpy nimbly dodges. If only there was a way to slow the harpy down. And now we'd have to load up the crossbow again. Something to slow it down. She standard Timpies. Give it some Timpies, maybe. Nope, it doesn't want Timpies, and boy, that is a horrific face. That's nightmare inducing right there. Nightmare fuel. Before you can act, the harpy dives at your unprotected head. Its claws rake your face, tearing away chunks of flesh. Wow, this is descriptive. With your face a bloody ruin and your eyes gouged out, you fall to the forest floor, moaning as its poison finishes you off. It doesn't show graphic violence very much, but damn, it can get really graphic. Evil has prevailed. All right. Oh, hey, you're already there. Good. You want a pearl? What is it? Is there some... I know harpies are kind of like mythological creatures. Do they have a weakness that I'm unaware of? Because I don't know much about harpies. Is there anything that we can use that if there's any sort of information from fairy tales or whatever? Of course, I know I'm thinking in terms of like Sierra games, which heavily use fairy tales as their influence. At least the King's Quest series did. The earlier ones anyway, but still, let's see. Let's see. Read the empty sack. I don't think it cares for a lantern. Cheese or bread. There's some way to slow it down, is what the hint kind of said. There's no shimmer here. There's really nothing we can do. No spells here. That's for killing vines that are in our way. Sure, let's try giving it a pearl. Okay, that's a no. I'll just skip the death text from now on. But I don't think it's going to be any different anyway. We already tried giving it tempies. It does not want tempies like the dragon did. Can we use the magic lens on it? Maybe we can see something. Nope, that's not gonna happen. There's a sack. All right. Well, definitely run into my next, I was going to say brick wall, but harpy wall, I guess. Here. There's no other way we can go. That's the forest in between in here. This is what, chapter 4? Yeah, Torland Forest. All right, let's get some help from the hint giver here. You're out of the forest, but not out of danger. Wild beasts roam the wilderness. Be prepared with your tools and wits. Well, I seem to have plenty of tools, but I've been fresh out of wits. Sorry, ma'am. I guess I'm out of luck. Shit out of luck. Can we use the lantern with the empty sack? Set it on fire? Nope. Scare it with fire. Shove a lantern in its face? Nope. It'd be interesting if, like, I can't move there. If it was a land creature, you know, that would follow us back to the bridge, then we could run down, take the stones off of the hook there, or the handle, and thus then the creature would fall through that trapdoor in the covered bridge and be washed away in the river. Wouldn't that be nice? Sadly, it's a harpy, and it's not even following us. So it's flying, and it's not following. So, how can we use the sheath for? Or short sword. Scare it with the sheath. Think that it's got a sharp sword in it or something. Nope. Actually, sure, gold dagger, why not? No, before you can act. Everything happens before we can act, which again hints at the fact that we need to somehow slow it down. But I don't know of any way to slow it down. Can we toss it some bread? It's not like feeding the ducks at the pond, so that ain't gonna work. How about cheese? You want cheese, don't you? No. I mean, why not? We fed a dragon earlier. Right, Drapax, feeding arm. Let's try boring it to death by reading some history to it. Nope. Oh dear. There's your tools and wits. You're really not helping, dude. Really not helping. Let's just hit it. Okay, nope. Hitting it doesn't do anything. Just bare-fisted, pugilistically punch it. Yeah, thanks, Navi. Service idea, probably chroma. Why not? Let's try these stupid spells. Spell failed. Heck, let's try the spell on this tree here. Maybe it'll. Nope. Spell failed. So none of my current spells work. You want the jailer keys? Nope. Figured I'd try it. It's the one item that we've had since the very beginning of the game. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to need those jailer keys for the very last thing in the game, whatever it may be. So use it right at the very beginning and right at the very end, but you don't really need it in between. Man. Let's put the cheese on the silver tray. Nope. Put the bread on the tray. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, that's useless too. Let's reload the crossbow again and try again, I guess. Shows the faintest glint of fear as you loose the bolt, the harpy and nimbly dodges. Well, there's a way to slow the harpy down. There's only a way to slow the harpy down. Load up another bolt anyway. Oh, this might be a short stream after all. No, I'm not going to cut it short because of this. Is there anything we could use on ourselves? Besides the dagger, we're not going to commit seppuku, whatever. Can we put the lens on the lantern? That'd be interesting. No, can't do that. Heavy coat on ourselves. Nope, it's not cold items yet. Items that you have not used yet. I thought I'd used everything. Well, sure. Hey, you want a pearl? Nope. I'm guessing you're probably looking at a walkthrough right now. So you're trying to give me some gentle hints. I appreciate that. The standard. Maybe it wants a standard. What? The harpy darts toward you, claws out, ready to take your life. Before its talons reach your body, you thrust the standard into the harpy, impaling the flying horror. Okay, so explain it to me. Explain to me how. a harpy, especially a big flying creature like that which seems to be, I would imagine, fairly awkward. But even if it could fly really well, how can it dodge a crossbow bolt, which shoots really freaking fast? So as long as your aim is good, I don't see how it could nimbly dart out of the way. How can it just dodge a freaking crossbow bolt, but a big old heavy spear it has trouble avoiding as it's darting at you? Yeah, game logic. Thank you, Drapax. Exactly. And for that matter, why would it give me that hint? If only there was a way you could slow it down when I tried shooting it with a crossbow bolt. That's problem number two. Problem number one is why would this work whereas a crossbow bolt didn't? Number two is why, with the hint about slowing it down, was that apparently just red herring, I guess? Yeah, misdirection. Thank you, Drapax. Yeah, it must have been. Which the original game did a lot of. Don't get me wrong, but I hadn't seen it in this game until now. And problem number three, the last one, is I had no idea that this standard had a sharp point to it. There was no indication that it did. Not when I looked at it, when I picked it up, or anything like that. Of course, I guess it doesn't have to be too sharp in order for a creature, rushing at you to be impaled upon it, I suppose. Still, it just seems like a little bit of logic that's not quite right there. I don't know. I'm not happy with that one. Not happy with it. Stunned harpy is slowly getting its bearing. What? It's only stunned? You better act fast. It won't be happy when it gets back up. Best not get too close lest it lash out violently. You think it prudent to keep your distance. Okay, so here's the slowing down part. Okay. Alright, if I just shut my mouth then. Alright, shoot it. Whoa! Okay, yep. There we go. The crossbow bolt pierces the harpy's flesh. In a moment, the monster bursts into dark flames and vanishes into floating ash. The pole from the broken standard is all that's left from your encounter with the harpy. Take it back? Sure. Take the pole with you. It could still have a purpose. Yeah, a little pole vaulting later on. It's a long yet surprisingly light painted metal pole. Oh, it's metal? It looked like wood to me. Metal pole from a distance. It reminds you of a staff. It's probably another hint. Yeah, I'm still not happy with that particular puzzle solution. Okay, moving on. A huge tree sits in the middle of this open valley. You stare at the old tree for a moment, deciding against napping beneath it. No, let's take a nap, please. Strangely, you swear you hear the jangling of chains. Path wanders by a single large majestic tree. Moss hangs from its branches, implying it has been here for ages. There's a path through the meadow. Thought maybe the lens could show me something. Can we speak with the tree? You hear nothing in response. No, okay. Something about this. Can we climb the tree? Oh! As you continue along the path, the sound of splintering wood explodes in your left ear. In your misfortune, you stumbled upon a raging treant. Its hollow shriek tears through the still forest air. Hi, buddy. Okay. The treants you knew were docile and wise creatures. Something has twisted this one into a monstrosity. Yeah, and it does have chains on it, which is unusual to say the least. Yeah, maybe a man-eating tree indeed. Tree packs. Okay. Well, I don't think a crossbow is going to work here. Speaking of which, I might as well go ahead and reload our crossbow. Just cause. I'll save the game because clearly it's not going to let us walk past, right? Yep. Sensing your movement, the roots of the tree ant slither from the earth and wrap suffocatingly tightly around your waist. Ooh, 2 adverbs in a row. Suffocatingly tightly. Not sure that's right, but I will. It pulls you headfirst into its maw and chomps down hard, giving you the worst splinters of your entire life. You think? Got a splinter right here. As a matter of fact, I put a band-aid on it because it's bugging the crap out of me and don't have time to fiddle with it. At least I think it's splinter. I'm not even 100% sure. Okay, so Mr. Tree wants to eat us. Well, he can't have us. And I don't think the pole's going to help us this time. Yeah. Again, I'll just bypass the death, the graphic depiction of death there. Wonder how you would suffocate someone lightly. Well, it said tightly. Suffocatingly tightly. But I guess how would you do the opposite? Yeah, is there any other way to suffocate someone? Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe with a pillow. That's not very tight. It's just lightly. Anyway, if you can do it tightly, then you should be able to do the opposite. Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, we tried the lens. That didn't help. Throw a lantern at it to set it ablaze, perhaps. But let me just try for the hell of it. Herbicidia. Spell failed? Aw, come on. Alright, let's see. That's for reflecting light. Bread and cheese, I don't know. History book, screw that. She Tempe to see if it wants Tempe's. Fucking, I'll throw the lantern at it, see if it's... You frantically try to recall the wooden beast's weakness and decide that fire is a good bet against your fibrous foe. Okay. You hurl the lantern at the rogue treant and watch as it bursts into flames, quickly engulfing the monster. Damn, that was fast. Sighing with relief, you resolve never to walk in the woods alone again if you can avoid it. Indeed. The terrifying treant was burnt to a crisp. It is thoroughly dead. Boy, that happened fast. Typically, trees don't just burn down to the stump within minutes or even an hour, I would imagine. There's one dry, because I mean you can tell by the sky that it's still evening of presumably the same day. So, but yes, hello, Quick, welcome back. How you doing? Definitely one dry tree that happened that fast. Would be the perfect thing to use. Yes, indeed. Indeed it was. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything left to do here, so let's keep going on, see what other creature wants to eat us whole. Had a harpy, then a tree ant, now what? A pair of silver eyes cast their gaze upon you. They silently watch your every move. Forest path winds along the small grove, yeah, as usual, and leads back to the open field. Okay. Only one way to go, and I bet you the moment we try to move, we won't be going very far. It's just a little kitty cat. Yeah, there's your little kitty cat. A manticore bursts through the grove. Really, this is a grove? I guess. Okay. Bursts through the grove, leaping onto the path. It looks directly at you and becomes eerily still. An evil energy begins to emit from its eyes. It is surely preparing an attack. We have only one move. Well, I think I know what I'm going to do here already. Those silver eyes, indeed. As the Manticore lets out a roar, you cower behind the silver platter as you hold it aloft. The beam of energy reflects off the well-polished servingware and directly back at its origin. Manticore groans in pain as its eyes burn. The creature reels in pain and lies on the ground. Even without its sight, the Manticore senses that you are still near. Oh, well, then I guess we better, or has blinded itself, but it remains alert. Okay, then, yep. Manticore reeling from its own attack, you level your crossbow sights toward it, exhale, and fire. It's a direct hit. The Manticore tumbles over, dark blood slowly staining its fur. Well, we're becoming quite handy with this crossbow. Manticore is injured, but you sense it has just a little fight left in it. Really? Holy cow. All right, let's stab it. And no, if you thought that the Manticore threat had been dealt with, you thought wrong. Dead wrong. Damn, that's a hell of a close-up on its stinger. Its venomous stinger pierces your skin to deliver a fatal dose of poison into your blood. You do not survive for long. All right. Just a little kitty cat, huh? It's a hell of a kitty cat. It's got 3 lives at least. Okay, so we've taken care of 2 things. Ouch, indeed. I'm reminded of Clash of the Titans, the original 1980-ish version, not the remake. Well, I guess maybe the remake too, but yeah, the original was left such an impression on me though, with the scorpions in it. Kitty cat so over here is demanding some attention, so I'm giving her some. You don't have a stinger of a tail, do you? No. Your mouth is your stinger. Keep me up at all hours of the day and night with its crying. Okay, so if it still has some fight left in it, well, let's burn it too. Throw it. Nope, that's not the way. Okay. Can't throw a flame on it. Okay, what else have we got here? We tried the pole, we tried the lantern. We could shoot another bolt into it, I suppose. I have a feeling we should use something else, like maybe the gold dagger. I don't know. Okay, not the gold dagger. I doubt it wants any cheese or bread, especially since we've injured it so much here. So yeah, let's shoot it again. Double tap. You felled the beast with a final crossbow bolt. Dark flames engulf its body as its ashes scatter with the wind. Again, reload that bow. That's a useful crossbow. Super useful. If I remember correctly, in the first game, there wasn't much in the game you could deal with with violence like that, you know, by stabbing it or shooting a crossbow at it or whatever. I don't know. I could be remembering incorrectly. But yeah, we're done here. This small grove, and move on. What's next? Oh boy, we're gonna have to shoot you too. Let's immediately get the crossbow ready. You step away from the shady grove beyond the forest edge and into a quiet clearing. Before you is the Tyre River. You exhale slowly. Thank the one, I can rest. Becoming aware of the pain from several bruises covering your aching body. Yeah, I imagine so. Knowing this is a shipping lane to Stormhaven, you plan to catch a boat and sleep like a log on the next leg of your journey. Well, maybe. Let's look around a little bit here first. A boat sits on the riverbank ahead. The ramp is extended, almost welcoming you on board. Almost, but not quite. His stylish clothing contrasts with the wild nature of the Torland Forest. He looks slightly less out of place than you. Okay. Large river splits the forest in two. It reminds you of your inability to swim. Why didn't we learn to swim? this path. Beyond. Yeah, beyond. Okay. All right, let's speak to him. You wave at the merchant and point to the boat, asking if you can catch a ride. He looks at the boat and then to you. Love to have you join us, but as you can see, we're locked in port. Damn hydra weeds are a menace, I say. Weeds, you say? Cut them and they'll grow back double. Not sure when we'll get free, Finley. Yeah, well, you know. Lucky for you, sir, you happen to meet a sorcerer Finling, or magician Finling, or wizard Finling, whatever. We're going to take care of your problem for you as long as you give us free passage. Spell did not work. Wait, what? What? She says I haven't moved and she ain't either. Maybe you'll figure something I can't. I seen a mage be rid of them years back, mumbled something and they died off. Can't say I heard them, sadly. Oh, I guess I gotta move up there first. Yeah. Countless weeds cover the ship from stem to stern. You swear you see the weeds tightening around the ship's hull. Weeds cover the ship from... Okay. I don't suppose we can just... you stroll up the dock thinking you'll start on your nap early. That is until the hydra weeds wrap tightly around your ankles. Oh, shit, I didn't expect that. Before you can shout for help, you're dragged under the water along the underside of the ship's hull. Ow. You notice a good amount of barnacles on the worn hull before you die a lonely death at the bottom of the river. Yeah, barnacles are a thing. Sad thing that your adventures have ended here. Now we're in business. Alright, here we go. Finally get to use this spell. You walk up to the riverbank, turn to make sure the merchant is watching, and raise your arms as high into the air as you can. There we go. Herbicidia, you shout in the deepest voice you can produce given your modest size. With the magic spell spoken, the hydra weeds wither and fall away from the hull of the barge, freeing the ship. You're welcome, you say, giving the merchant one of the finest smirks ever seen this side of Tyre River. It's only then that you realize he's been looking downward this whole time. Damn it. Bastard. What's it? Sorry, I dozed off there for a second. Well, look at that. Those nasty brambles decided to just give up and release the ship all on their own. Little Finling, today is certainly your lucky day. Let's board. Soon we'll be heading down the river. Asshole. Is there anything on this tree at all? No. And now the boat looks different. The ramp leads up onto the deck of the barge. It stands defiantly in the strong current of the Tyre River. This merchant ship is loaded with cargo bound for ports along the Tyre River. Of course it is. You can tell by his confident stance that this is the owner of the merchant ship. Well, maybe, anyway. Ooh, can I have some smoke there? Alright, speak with him. Welcome aboard, Fenlin. Yeah, when you're ready to go, head to the foredeck and take in the view, the merchant says. Oh, we can't leave now either, by the way. Doesn't look like we can anyway. You're unable to move there. See, we can only go to the right. The barge pushes away from the dock, groaning and creaking as it slowly sways side to side in the churning waters. You briefly struggle with your stomach, trying to keep the bile down. Thankfully, your nausea quickly passes. Good. Waves of chilled mist roll over the edge of the barge deck, quickly becoming so thick that you can't see your feet. The sudden loss of music is eerie. That's it. I'm done with the cold for good, you say, resolving to in only tropical climates henceforth. The mist keeps rising over the deck, turning into a thick and cold fog. Something isn't right. Laughter echoes through the mist. It sounds like it's coming from all around you. A raspy voice hisses, "I see you, Finling. You should have kept to your own affairs. Suffer and drown." Could be a pirate. Yeah, he could be, I suppose, but he's not. Well, I don't know. Maybe he is. Oh, shit. Where's my heavy coat? Start sweating me. Oh, come on. Air splashes. You arrive back on the barge deck and see the merchant is nowhere to be found. "Hey, get back here," you shout at the top of your lungs, wondering why he would abandon his ship and you. Oh, well, I'm screwed. I don't know what to do now. Crash. Well, didn't have time. The boat drifting blind and out of control, it stops with a sudden crash and sends you flying overboard. I guess that was where, yeah, guess that was intended. A splash of cold water onto your face shocks you awake. Your eyes focus and you realize you're floating in a swamp. Turn your head to see the toothy grin of a most unusual creature. Its shrill voice calls back to you. Thank you for my new toys. Won't you miss them? Come find them. Yes, follow." It waves the bag wildly and takes off into the swamp. You lose sight of the creature as it scampers away. Looking around, there is no sign of the barge or its contents anywhere in this swamp. You're on your own. Welp. Welp. That I wasn't expecting. So, I have a feeling that that little panic moment being on the boat was another misdirection, red herring, whatever, in that there is nothing you could do to avoid that. See, we're now in chapter 5. And still on the same map. Interestingly. I'm pretty certain that all that was scripted. This is just intended here, including having that goblin or whatever take away all of our items. Standing water, rotting vegetation, and upsetting amount of bugs are all the evidence you need to know you're in a swamp. No kidding. The swampy waters give way to hard-packed earth ahead. Yeah. Alright. I might as well save. Oh, that looks delightful. Plank path. Civilization touched this rotten swamp at some point, but all that remains are these logs and obscene tokens. An unusual figure hangs by strings from this tree. It looks like a grotesque doll. Like a voodoo doll, perhaps? Planks give way to a packed gravel road. It's a swamp. Now we can take the straw effigy, tug the figure hard enough to snap the strings holding it in place. As it comes loose, you unveil a startling sight. "By the one!" you shout, jumping backward. Bones are arranged throughout the tree, and they don't belong to animals. Looking closer, you realize the skulls have been meticulously cleaned and hung from this tree. You wonder who would do this. No one we want to meet. I'm pretty sure of that. This crude figure represents a being made of flames. You heard tales of such models being used to trap elemental spirits. Hint, hint, I guess. Is that something in the distance there? I can't tell. Looks like a building. Alright. From your position, you see both desert dunes and snow-covered peaks. Wow. You fear you will cross them both soon enough. It's an ancient fairy stone. Seasoned magicians use these to cross great distances in the blink of an eye. Yes, yes, yes. Staring into the distance, you see a large house. Your ego rarely allows you to feel insignificant, but the sheer size of this mountain leaves you with a hint of doubt. I guess there's nothing else we can do here. Competing for your attention are the constant squishing of your wet socks and the obnoxious loss of your equipment. Looking up from your shoes, you are shocked to see the stark outline of a large mansion against the setting sun. That's very unusual. The rotting walls immediately give you the creeps. It feels wrong, a mansion built alone between a desert and swamp. You think? Or you can say you'll never step foot in there. You see the imp scurry through the door with all your belongings. Realizing you won't survive the desert without your things, you sigh heavily from exhaustion and continue onward. What things are going to help us get through the desert? Maybe the cheese and bread for food, but you need water more. So, this is an old rotting house here, probably haunted. We're in the right season for it. Front door of the mansion is this way. No shit. This old mansion casts a gloomy shadow while sharp gusts of desert wind whip past you. Renowned for its inhospitable environment, the great barren desert expands before you. Isn't that nice? See a path leading to the top of a hill behind us. You hope it's haunted, do you, Quick? Alright, well, maybe you'll get your wish. I have a feeling you already didn't know what's going to happen in here anyway. We do have an effigy. We can just hide behind that. Alright, we're not going to the desert. We're going inside. Ooh, purple. As you crest the top of the stairs to follow the imp, the doors slam shut right in front of you. Its familiar shrill voice calls to you from behind the doors. Welcome, welcome to my home. Help I need. Yes, yes I do. What, trust you? No, not yet. No, friends share food. Yes, treats. Take this. Here. Bring my favorite meal. Hurry, go. You see the imp open the door crack and toss a small red stone onto the ground. It quickly shuts the door again. Strange purple emblem. It's not strange, it's a star. Resembling a star covers the mansion doors. They feel it's wise to remember the shape. Hint, hint. Yes, yes, yes. Deep red color of this stone reminds you of dried blood. Large solid doors give this portico an ominous and uninviting appearance. A cult stone. Oh, great. You lift the stone off the ground, grateful that none of your friends are here to see the imp get the better of you. What did it mean, my favorite meal, and where am I going to find food in a desert? You grumble to yourself. The red stone emanates an otherworldly presence. You see an odd-looking circle carved into it. Can we combine these two items? No. It will not open. Yep, can't just open that door then. Alright. I guess we're going into the desert. You've heard tale of this place, the Great Barren, a wasteland that radiates a demonic heat from a spell long spent. A powerful wizard delved into the dark arts and cast a hideous spell at the expense of his life, the spell of Hellfire. Once a region of lush forests and wetlands, this land is desolate. Only shifting sands and unextinguishable flames remain. Ooh, barren wastelands. We've entered a new place. Ahead are the inhospitable dunes of the desert. It's the island of a large mansion. It is isolated from civilization. Yeah, alright. Anything about these little trees? No. Okay. You're unable to move. What? Okay, there we go. What? This appears to be a nexus point where the pipes meet. A simple metal footbridge allows for passage into the desert. Metal pipes lead eastward. Metal pipes stretch off to the west. Weird. There's a set of dunes ahead. Then beyond that is the near infinite vastness of the Great Barren. Okay, well, let's follow the pipes, I guess, before moving on. 2 pipes are slowly being reclaimed by the merciless desert sands. Oh. Interesting. Intense heat radiates from a pit of molten lava. The pipes must be harvesting the thermal energy. This molten pit burns so intensely that it may as well belong to in the center of hell itself. Wow. There's a square knob at the top of this post. It looks like it's missing a piece. Okay. Well, the occult stone had a circle engraving, not square, so I don't think we can use it on that. No. Maybe the other end will have a circular one. Let's see. Pipes stretch east to west along this part of the desert. Their purpose is very mysterious. Yeah, I would say so. Providing heat some... we found a Stargate! Large structure stands alone against the swirling desert sands. The origin and purpose of the structure are a mystery to you. You wonder if its secrets lie in its design. What about this thing here? There is a small slot at the base of the structure. Yeah, Hello, Seagars. Good evening, what game is this? This is Beyond Shadowgate, the sequel to a game released on the NES. I guess roughly 25 years ago, or so thereabouts. It's quite fun. Point and click adventure game. Well, we could, let's step forward, I guess, a bit here before we activate that, I guess, Stargate. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. Save the game. And let's try stepping forward. Oh, here we go. We probably had to come here anyway. I can already see what we need to do. Also, thank you for stopping by, Seagars. Back, how are you guys doing? I'm assuming, Seagars, that's you, Chris Garris. How are things going with you? Now, it's almost Friday. Same with you, Quick. Drapax. Let's look at this up here. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. This dune is the resting place of an unfortunate soul. All that is left is their sun-bleached skeleton, and something else, it looks like. The body is clutching a round hand wheel to its bony chest. Alright. Ahead lies the endless expanse of the Great Barren. Alright, well, we can take this wheel, I hope, yep. Grab the hand wheel from the clutches of this unfortunate soul. You are hopeful that you might finish what they started. This round valve has a square hole in the center. It is made of the same material as the pipes in the desert. Yep, so that tells us exactly what we need to do. We need to go back over here. Okay, still looking for work, Drapex. Okay, I understand. Again, if I see anything in your field, I will let you know. Chris Garrison, I'm good. So glad Friday's almost here. Yeah, me too. I'm having my lovely movie marathon tomorrow night. At least I plan to. So we only have one. Yeah, I saw that as well. One free for all this weekend, and It makes me wonder. I thought Ryan said that we were going to. Maybe I misheard or misunderstood, but I could have sworn he said that we were going to have an original series episode with Walter this weekend. But maybe I misunderstood, or maybe there was a change of plans. I don't know. All right, let's put the hand wheel on it here. You attach the valve to the metal post. Before you turn it, you hear a loud whooshing noise. Oh, hi. Suddenly, a searing gust of wind knocks you back. A flaming entity bursts forth from the lava and fixes its eyes upon you. Howdy do. Monster of pure flame floats above the fire pit. Well, we saw that the effigy had something to do with elementals, right? Capturing them or whatever. Yes, but Walter can't make it. I hope Walter's okay. I hope he's all right. I know that he had to take some time off because of COVID-19. I hope he hasn't experienced a lapse and got it again. That would suck. All right, well, let's see. Can we just use the effigy on it? I mean, it's not like we have many options, right? You stretch your arm towards the fire elemental, holding the effigy in front of you like a shield. The entity shrieks as it is sucked into the effigy. Oh, wow. With a blinding flash, the elemental is no more. A moment later, the effigy smolders in your hand, quickly crumbling as it turns to nothing but ashes. Love the descriptiveness of everything in this game. All right. Well, let's go ahead and turn this now. You grip the valve and turn it slowly. The metal squeals in protest from years of neglect. Feel a rumble beneath your feet, and you can sense the temperature rising. Lava has indeed begun to flow. You know, I'm not sure lava can be used in just about any metal pipe. It would just melt any pipe, I guess. Any kind of metal, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, one time use, gotta love it. Exactly, J-Pax. Chris says, I hope so as well. Yeah, for Walter. Yeah, no, it will melt. Of course, J-Pax, game logic, yep. Because I can't imagine any substance, especially man-made, that would be able to direct lava like this. I mean, with the exception of stone, maybe, but even then, I mean, lava is molten stone, but I don't know. As much as I love the movie Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, you know, I know that those K-rails would not work in that, and I'm sure this metal definitely would not work. But anyway, that's beside the point. We'll just assume that it is happening. Let's move on. Oh yeah, now we know it's definitely steaming here. Plumes of steam escape from the pipes. Lava must be flowing through them and creating incredible heat. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, hey, look, the symbols are lit up now. You can sense energy pulsing through the structure. So now let's finally use the occult stone. Yeah, it's true. Thinking the movie Volcano. Yeah, I love that movie. I've seen it like half a dozen times already. I needed to give it another watch soon. It's been too long. A thrumming noise rises from the structure. Your hair stands on end as power crackles through the air. A space in the center of the machine begins to waver and distort as a portal appears out of thin air. Why is it always thin air? Why not thick air? You see a distorted vision of a world beyond. Structure has been attuned to another world and a gateway has opened. Yeah, like I said, it's Stargate. Patience, Chris. I'm going through it. I just want to take my time. Look at everything first, you know, suss it out, make sure it's safe. And I I guess nothing changed on the stone. The stone is locked firmly in place. The structure has attuned to it. So I guess we can't take it back, huh? Nope, it's locked. All right. Just wanted to check. Okay. Well, he wanted us, the creature wanted us to get some food. Let's see if there's any food here for it. You stumble forward out of the portal, slightly nauseous from the trip. The damp smell of rotting earth is overwhelming. Ugh. Stifling an urge to vomit, you turn around and survey your surroundings and see the portal flicker weakly, then disappear. Well, Okay, the wisp chimes in. Good news, bad news. Good news is we didn't implode while teleporting. Bad news is the portal is dead. It continues, we are stuck here till we can power it up. Great, you respond. Well, if it's a meal the imp wants, we won't find it down here, you say as you make for the exit, unless he likes rotting dirt or whatever. You kneel and examine the structure base, noting that the dirt covering the portal is loose. Oh, okay, so sure which was here first, the structure or this underground tunnel? Fair. Portal is inactive. You see light coming from an overhead exit at the end of the tunnel. Well, nothing else to do but step forward. So apparently we're going to need to dig up that area underneath at the base of the portal at some point, maybe with a shovel or whatever. And then use this, I assume, to reactivate it from this end. This room has the familiar look of a dungeon, but you sense it wasn't for holding prisoners. Perhaps it was a shelter? Well, given the fact that it only has one exit in the ceiling, I would call it more of an oubliette than a dungeon, wouldn't you? That's a word I learned recently, oubliette. Fun fact Drepax has here. Love fun facts. Well, most of the time. Lava can reach temperature up to 2200 degrees Fahrenheit, but there are several materials that can resist such temperatures. Steel, nickel, and iron have melting points above 2600 Fahrenheit. I did not know that. Especially iron, I didn't think. Okay. The metal with the highest melting point is tungsten. Okay, that makes sense. 6192 degrees Fahrenheit. These metals would get red and start glowing in contact with lava, but wouldn't melt. Fascinating. I did not realize that there were at least 4 different types of metals that actually would work there. Thank you, Drepax. That's awesome. There's a small red stone shard in the corner of the floor. It reminds you of a polished ruby. Or maybe it's not that kind of demon stone. Oh, ooh, interesting. Reach down and collect the ruby shard. And notice it has a 1 next to it, implying that we will collect more of them as we go. The small blood red shard looks like it was part of a larger stone. And we're going to have to, like, combine them at some point. Maybe, again, to power that Stargate. Metal rungs lead towards the ceiling and out of this tunnel. It's not a tunnel. The tunnel implies it has an opening on at least 2 ends. There's only one opening here I see. Damn it. It's an oubliette. Metal. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on out of here. Okay. This is an interesting place. This hillside is not similar to the hills of Kal Torlin, but strangely not dissimilar either. The fortress built into the side of this hill is being reclaimed by nature. Roots and vines grow along the cracks in the walls. Lovely. I'm guessing this is where we came from here. Everyone's descended into the deep dark of the shelter below. This pile of rubble reminds you of a cave-in. What's left of the doorway is completely blocked. Okay. This hillside is not similar to the hills of Kal Torlin, but strangely not similar. Okay, yeah. What's that in the distance? Sounds of merriment float. Oh goodness, what a spectacle! Found the traveling circus. It's the achievement I just I got there. The sounds of merriment float to you from the horizon. You can only imagine what spectacle is producing such whimsy. Indeed. Just towards a grove of dead trees. Oh, look at that. Another glint of deep red color coming from the limb of the dead tree. It looks like a stone shard. Well, ruby shard, close enough. Following memories of summer spent climbing trees in the fens, you quickly hoist yourself onto the tree limb. With the shard now in reach, you take it. Here you go, Zoe. She's demanding more pets, so I gotta give her some pets. Okay. There you go, Zoe. There's some pets. Enjoy. 2 ruby shards, and I don't know about that. Apparently, there's. Really? Are you going to be licking my bottle now? No, that's not a euphemism. An amusement park over there. Maybe we'll reach that. I don't know. Whoa, okay, where the hell are we? As you stare at the dead trees, you realize we're not in Kansas anymore. You don't hear any birds chirping or animals scurrying about. Thick bushes of red flowers, bright red, I might add, grow along the forest path. But the trees are dead. As you stare at the dead trees, you realize you don't hear any birds chirping or animals scurrying about. We heard that already. The trail leads to a smooth stone path. I think I see, speaking of stone, isn't there another stone over here? Ruby shard. Yep, in this bed of ruby red flowers. Hard to see. Take the ruby shard from the flower bed. Good. We got 3 now. Oh dear. Are we... Did we that Stargate take us to Earth? It's a long road stretching off towards a dusky sky. An odd broken line repeats regularly for as far as you can see. An iron gate blocks access to the property. It is, however, unlocked. Lucky you. Or we can't go along the road, but we can at least go. Okay. The unlocked gate opens easily. Beyond this gate is the front yard of a large house. Find yourself standing in front of yet another mansion. This one also gives you the creeps. Mansion is foreboding and cold. You sense a tremendous evil within. I mean, there's evil everywhere we go in this game, for crying out loud. It's a rounded box made of metal. You wonder if something could be inside. Yeah, we're on freaking Earth. Although exactly where, I don't know. Or when, for that matter. I don't know. Front doors of this mansion are large and imposing. That's great. It's a statue of an athletic young man wearing a loincloth and holding a sword. It seems out of place near this mansion. And same thing, yep. From your low vantage, you see a bulkhead on the side of the mansion. A bulkhead? A bulkhead is a wall on a ship. That looks more like a trapdoor, or rather basement entrance door. Crawl space, I don't know. Yeah, we kill evil for breakfast. Well, we did actually kill 3 creatures earlier. So, yeah, maybe. Let's just go to the front door, I suppose. Yeah, I'm unable to move there. Really? Cannot move there. Oh, I guess we have... Okay. I thought we could get closer to the doors. Pull on the door handle, gently at first, then harder, anchoring your foot on the frame and straining fiercely. It doesn't work. There is no opening this door. It isn't locked. There's an unseen force at work here. Oh, can we knock on it? That will leave a bruise. Okay, well then I guess we're gonna go to the basement here. Or not. It's a cellar, that's what word I was looking for. It's a cellar bulkhead door. A heavy padlock and thick chains are keeping it tightly shut. Okay, there's nothing else to say here, but there is a deep red stone wrist next to the cellar bulkhead. Someone must have dropped it. There, losses your game. Then take it. Grab the deep red shard. Thank you. Got 4 of them now. And they're all useless. Bless you, Zoe. She's sneezing over here. Blowing her snot all over my table. Thank you very much for that. Now what? Oh, let's open the mailbox. Of course, you pull down a small panel on the front of the metal box. There's a small key inside the metal box. A key dispensary. How convenient, you remark. You pull the key from the box, and then it would be only prudent to close it afterward. Lift the panel upwards and shut the metal box. All right, bulkhead key. Love it. It's a large key with the word cellar marked on it. All right. I don't know, maybe bulkhead has more than one use. More than one definition. All right. There we go. You unlock the padlock and slide the chains off of the door. Surprised some spirit didn't just burst out of the doors there. You lift the heavy doors and reveal the passage to the cellar. Looking inside, the open bulkhead leads into the mansion cellar. It reminds you of the open maw of a wild beast. Come on, don't do that. You're just going to speak it into existence. We don't need that. We're not equipped for that. You're standing in a part of the cellar that is mysteriously frozen. Why? Step away from the frozen area, please. What's an eerie mansion without an equally creepy cellar? You mumble to yourself. Familiar with storing ice in the cellar for use during the summer months, but this is ridiculous. Okay. I see a strange stone altar. Whoa, really? It's a large hole at the base of a flight of steps. Oh dear, okay. Definitely an evil house then, okay. Magic is not your expertise, but you know an unholy altar when you see one. Gazing upon it fills you with dread. So yeah, somebody's been busy here, that's for sure. You got that right, Trapex. Your great uncle once explained that arcane symbols are used to channel energy, but you weren't paying attention at the time. This indentation looks like it holds a receptacle, like a bowl. I can look at the candles. Okay, fine. A blood red cover. Do sorcerers never think to make their spellbooks less conspicuous? You say to the empty cellar. You've got a good point. Sure, let's save it before we open it. We know that opening books in any of the Shadowgate games can be hazardous to your health. Blood red cover. Hey, I'm trying to open it. You lift the cover of the dusty tome and it opens to a specific page. How convenient. You stare at the unfamiliar symbols for some time until the wisp raises its voice. These are powerful magic, Stell. This will release enough energy to power the portal, but I don't know what else might happen. The wisp reads a passage to you. Place upon an altar to Motari your vessel, and in it sacrifice the 3 of blood. The flesh to pump the crimson fluid, the bone from whence it comes, and the blood itself. Great, so we need flesh, bone, and blood to put inside the vessel that goes in that indentation. This evil tome is very specific to this altar. Taking it with you will do no good. All right. Darn it, I wanted to be evil. We need to move to the right. Wait, was there another exit there? No, it's just that. Okay. Also, our map is useless right now here. Okay, what's on this side? Okay. You find a rat to sacrifice. Yeah, that would be handy. Try not to get disease from it, though. See a large wall of ice. This is ice. You notice this part of the cellar is very small, even by your standards. Some human remains rest close to the pit. You wonder if the two are related and decide you'd rather not know. Curiously, one large bone stands out amongst the rest. Really? Peer into the darkness, but fail to see the bottom of the pit. It's so dark that it's hard to see up these stairs. All right. Oh, the wall of ice is where we came from. That's right. Well, then let's take that unusually large bone. You're strangely drawn to the large bone. You pick it up and take it with you. Looked like a femur on the image there. It's an old yellowed marrow bone. Okay. Well, we got the bone then, and now we just need the flesh and blood. This stairway looks carved out of the earth rather than made from wood. Stairway, okay. The old wooden door is closed. Stairs descend to a dark pit in the cellar, yeah. Not about to go jumping down that pit. Screw you, I'm not doing that. Oh, we need to open the door. Okay, that was not a door. Suddenly, a gust of wind sends you stumbling down the stone steps. A bloody horror appears at the top of the stairs. The bloody apparition hovers silently, beckoning you to your doom. Fear overtakes you as you struggle to think of an escape. You look down and notice a red glow from your pocket. You reach in and withdraw the ruby shards. Their glow intensifies as the shards float before you. With a blinding flash of light, the shards combine into a beautiful red gemstone. The ruby pulses with radiant energy. With a terrifying moan, the spirit reels at the sight of the stone. The horror is sucked into the stone, trapping the evil. The large blood red ruby feels cold in your hand. The skull is gone, but you can still sense its presence. You are about to climb the steps when you hear the wisp speak. That stone harbors an evil entity, Del. It's dangerous to carry it for long. Be rid of it and let's be on our way. I hope there's not a fucking timer here. We saved you from the bloody skull, but you sense an evil presence inside of the stone. It fills you with dread. You wish you could find a pit where you can make it disappear. Yeah, well, you know. Funny you should say that. You stare at the blood red ruby, imagining the evil contained within escaping into the world. Deciding you cannot allow this to happen, you cast a stone into the pit, hoping it is never recovered. Now, maybe this is the Amityville house. Now can we open the door? Yes, thank goodness. That was truly frightening to me. I was just expecting the door to open or just be locked or whatever, but no, I was not expecting Red Skull to suddenly appear. Wow. Looking beyond, what do we see? You see a room with a desk and a couch. Oh, cozy. Oddly shaped, but okay. It's a small study, kind of like the room I'm in now. Well, anyway. The unusual curve of the wall is giving you a headache. Peering through the dirty glass, the scene outside of the mansion looks grim. It's a stunning mountainscape. The image is so exhilarating you can almost smell the fresh air. Nice. Just like an evil house. Exactly. Yeah. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, well, one of my favorite horror films, House, but also a book I recently read, some erotic literature called House of Leaves. Feel free to look that one up. Okay, this leather couch has seen better days, I'll bet. It's a flight of stairs leading down to the cellar. Its well-used desk is adorned with scratches, a spool of thread, and a sewing needle. And it looks like a mat, too, a cutting mat. Or whatever they call it. Okay, let's, we can leave. It's a room with a long dining table, most likely a dining room. You think? Can we open the drawer? Sure can. Open the desk drawer and look inside. You rummage through a bunch of papers with names and numbers on them. There's nothing useful here. No? Okay, fine. Close it back up. How about this needle and thread? Yay! You take the needle and discard the thread. Aww. Maybe we could use the thread. Maybe we need to fix up our clothes. Goodness knows we've been wearing them for too long now, I'm sure. It's a sharp silver needle. You remember when your mother tried to teach you to sew? Your finger was bleeding everywhere. Yeah. Okay, well, okay, we got something with which to get some blood from us. So now we have bone and possibly blood. Now we just need flesh and a vessel to put them all in. Okay, what do we got here? You give a long whistle. There's our vessel. You give a long whistle as you walk into the room. It's an impressive sight. Yeah, I can't whistle anymore. I used to be able to. You'll have to remember to book a place like this for your next birthday party. I don't know. It's an evil house. Why would you want to do that? It was fun to see you Saturday. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Chris. Hope to see you there. Appreciate you stopping by. This is a grand dining room. It must have seen some lovely parties in its day. Indeed. Okay, we still got about 20 minutes left here. Nothing says birthday party like an evil spirit. Oh, of course. I mean, maybe if you're inclined in that way, I suppose. It's a bouquet of blue flowers. They would look great on a tombstone. However, they're on an sight. Well, take them anyway. You never know. Nope. What speaks to you? Food, Dell. You're here for food, not flowers. Take them anyway. Come on. Take them. Take them. Take them. Fine. Leave them. It's a metal bowl with unusual symbols etched into the side. It doesn't look like any fruit basket you've seen before. Yeah, because it's... There you go, ritual bowl. You're not here to loot this mansion, but this strange bowl has you oddly fixated. Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to need that bowl. Anyway, you decide to take it with you. Zoe, must you lick at my bottle here? It's not that great. It's not that cold. It doesn't have condensation on the side like you like. Jeez. It's a metal bowl with unusual symbols on the side. It looks like it belongs in a magic ritual. Well, that's because it does. Charred wood rests at the bottom of the fireplace. Oh, I was trying to look at the chair, but okay, never mind. It's a painting of a soaring eagle holding a snake in its talons. Interesting. I wonder if it's supposed to mean something. The old wooden door is closed. It's a study with a desk and a curved wall. Oh, okay. Then what about this way? See a game room complete with a chessboard. Ooh. Well, let's check out this room. You open the door, look inside. Through the doorway, you can see pans hanging on the kitchen walls. Yeah, I figured it'd be the kitchen right next door to the dining room. The kitchen looks to be newer than the adjoining rooms. It's a good place to find something edible for that imp. Oh, look at that. I see a purple star. Stare at the floor for a moment. It's so shiny you can see an astoundingly handsome Fenling smiling back at you. Good grief. It's a fine kitchen, but the smell permeating the air is not appetizing. Yeah, imagine not. Okay. You tell this is an oven, but it is not what you are accustomed to. It smells of charred meat. Yeah. Pots and pans is a row of hanging pots and pans. A meat cleaver and sharp blade are stuck on the wall. Quite stuck. Actually, you can't remove them despite trying. Aww. It's a simple salt shaker. You decide to ignore it. You doubt the imp wants any seasoning. You don't know that. Take it anyway. Jeez. This jar has a star-shaped symbol and something rattles inside when you shake it. Don't do that. The lid is tightly shut. Don't do that. You don't need to take the jar. You should find a way to get its contents, however. Why the hell not? Carrying around all this other stuff, why not the whole jar? It cannot be taken. You cannot take it. You cannot take it. Screw you. Jar is sealed conspicuously tight. It's not only child-proof, it's Fenling-proof. Ha, 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 ha. It will not open. Come on, these are cabinets. They should open. A rotten, smoky smell rushes out as you see a chunk of charred meat on the rack in the oven there. Circular chunk of charred, hollow meat about the size of your hand. Burger? Why would that be in the oven? It looks bigger than that anyway. Grab the chunk of meat and take it with you. It's burnt. Turn the burnt meat over in your hand, hoping it's not a heart, but failing to think of an alternative hollow muscle. It's hollow? Yeah, I guess we could have some big hands for Fenling. You know what they say. Okay, well, we still can't open this. Hit it. That will leave a bruise. I got so many bruises already. Doesn't matter. All right, well, let's keep looking around then, since we can't do anything with that food yet anyway. For a moment, this game room makes you forget you're an uninvited guest in an isolated and uninhabited mansion. We don't know it's uninhabited yet. Come on, don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. The man in this painting gives you a penetrating stare. He seems almost alive. Uh-oh, I don't like the looks of that. You've seen some unattractive art in your day, but this may be the worst offender. Wow. Brutal. Cabinet is curiously locked tight. An unseen force bars the door. And that's the game's way of saying you don't need to go through here. This unusual looking horn has a crank on the side of it. Okay, so that tells us if they've got what looks like a Victrola here, that's probably early 1900s at the latest. Especially because of the lines on the road, which actually I don't think they lined roads like that until like the middle of the century. Like in the 50s or 60s maybe. I don't know when that started happening. There's a fun fact for you to look up if you want, Drapax. When did they start painting lines on roads? And I'll bet by then no one had Victrolas like this, so I don't know. Anyway, what do we got here? It's a classic chessboard. It has everything you need to play except for an opponent. One chess piece is curiously out of place. Take it. You cannot take it. Aw. Push it. Use it. Whatever. The lack of symmetry on the chessboard annoys you enough that you slide the piece back into position. After resetting the board, you hear a faint click come from the cabinet across the room. That is unlikely. There's no way, without magic, I suppose, that there's a mechanism that can detect if you put especially using the technology of the era, from the looks of the Victrola here. There's no way that any mechanism from this chessboard could affect the curio cabinet there. All right, well, let's open it up. After pulling on several of the knobs and handles, the doors finally give and slide open. Someone left a hammer here. It looks out of place in this game room. If I had a hammer... Never mind. You reach into the drawer and take the hammer. The games room is an unusual place to store tools, you think to yourself. Best not to dwell on it. In other words, yeah, it's the game dev saying, don't worry about it. We just go with it. What kind of hammer is it? It's a standard hammer, useful for hammering nails or opening stubborn containers. Mostly piggy banks in your experience, so maybe it's a claw hammer. It has the nail, the claw back in. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, can we use the Victrola? Yep. You turn the crank and a jaunty tune plays through the strange horn. It reminds you of a circus in a far-off desert kingdom. Love the music. Okay, sorry. Stop it. All right, let's leave this room here. Thank you. Enough of that. Well, we have a hammer. Let's smash this jar. That did it. You swing the hammer, and with a crash, both the hammer and the really? Both the hammer and the jar shatter into pieces. Aha, you shout. You were right. There was a cookie in the jar. Oh my God. Okay. I know we need one-use only items. I know. They could have at least alluded to it, saying that this hammer is on its last legs or whatever, like they did with the sledgehammer earlier. The cookie has been liberated from its porcelain prison. You gingerly grab the cookie with all the glee of a child sneaking sweets before bedtime. This cookie is delicious. How do did you just eat it? How do you know it's delicious? It tastes like devil's food cake. Oh, this ought to satisfy that thieving imp. So we licked it? Maybe. Fun fact, first records of lined roads in the U.S. come from Wayne County, Michigan in 1911. Okay, I was mistaken. Good to know. Thank you, Drapax. Huh, or is that Michigan or Missouri? I don't know. So many M states. I don't know which one is which, almost. Mississippi, Michigan, Missouri. I don't know. Okay, so we've got the food, presumably for the imp. Still need flesh. Well, we got the burnt meat. Maybe that's the flesh. Didn't say it had to be fresh, right? Burnt is probably going to be fine. Californians went far behind its development in 1917. Both Michigan and California passed legislation to standardize center lines on all roads. Thank you very much, Drapax. See, the only knowledge I have of that comes from the very first episode of Quantum Leap, the original Quantum Leap from the 1990s. The very first episode, they mentioned they were driving on a road that didn't have lines. Of course, he's in the past, and he says, it would be helpful if I didn't realize how hard it was to drive on a road without lines on it. They should paint lines on this road, and so I thought, maybe they didn't have lines on roads back in I think it was in the 40s or 50s when he traveled back then. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. In that episode. But I'm sure they were taking some liberties. Artistic license. All right. Well, I think we got everything we need. Hopefully. scratches. All right, let's go on down. I don't know what the deal is with this ice wall. Maybe we'll come back here and deal with that. But for now, I don't think there's anything we can do with it. Maybe it'll happen right here. I don't know. Let's go ahead and start putting all this together here. So, ritual bowl. Metal bowl fits perfectly in the indentation on the altar, making you wonder what it was doing in the dining room. Don't think about it too hard. All right, put the bone in. You drop the bone into the bowl. You place the lump of flesh into the bowl. You grit your teeth and wince in pain as you pierce your finger with the needle. Small drop of bright red blood slides down the needle. Blood covers the sharp needle. You add the blood-stained needle to the bowl. Ooh, blue flames rise from the bowl. The wisp dives into them like it's going for a peaceful swim in a crystal lagoon. What are you doing, Wisp? It's been evil all along this whole time. It just didn't tell us. It speaks. Good news, bad news, Dell. Again. The good news is I have enough energy to attune the portal. The wisp becomes quiet and focuses its attention. You see what's the bad news? You see a small blue speck appear in its hands. The speck grows larger until it's a crystal the size of your fist. There, take this to the portal, the wisp says. Now, the bad news is you opened the gateway to what you people call hell, and a lot of angry things are coming. You couldn't have warned us before we did this, Wisp. Bye, Wisp. Peace out. Oh, look, there's one now. Oh, jeez. Wisp has channeled magic energy into a stone. It should work on the portal, and it's back in your inventory now. A stone of condensed magic. It is still warm to the touch. The condensed magic energy from the wisp. You wonder what caused the wisp to create this portal key. Yep, there's the demon right there. A strange woman appears from out of nowhere. You realize the cavern has become cold enough that you can see your breath. She's dressed like a proper lady, but she looks out of place standing in the mud. Looking closely, you see her dress is pristine, and she's not standing. It looks more like she's floating. Let's leave now. Let's not bother with that. Can we close the doors? Yeah. Can we lock them? No, probably not. A rumbling noise approaches from the distance. You turn to see two intensely bright lights moving towards you. You stare as they grow larger and larger. They're headed right for you. The rumbling noise and bright lights approach you faster and faster. You turn and start to run towards the fortress. You hear a screeching noise and a woman's scream behind you, followed by a tremendous crunch. Phew, glad to be out of that spot, you exclaim to the empty wilderness. You smell a pungent odor filling the air. You have no interest in going back to learn what that was. It's time for you to check on the portal. You know what? I'm going back. I feel like you've been in this strange land long enough. It's better if you get to the portal and leave. All right, it's not going to let me. Never mind. Darn it. Let's go outside. Burn the house down. Hell yeah. Burn this whole place down. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going into the fortress, but we can go on down here. Digging your hands into the soil, you remove clumps of earth until you uncover a slot at the base of the structure. I guess we didn't need a shovel after all. You kneel in the dirt and place the blue stone in the socket. You hear a gentle humming sound as a portal appears before you. Finally, you shout. One mansion is more than enough to deal with today. portal is active. You see a window in time and space opening onto the Great Barren Desert. Structure base is glowing a beautiful blue color. The portal is active. It's time to go. I guess you can't take it back, can you? Nope, cannot be taken. There we go. Re-invited. Escape Loch Ness. Oh, that was Loch Ness, huh? Interesting. That's the achievement we got there. You walk out of the portal slightly less nauseous than your first trip across space and time. The wisp, however, is strangely quiet and less animated. It does not look well. You turn and face the structure just in time to see the stone inside it shatter and the portal fade. All that for a cookie. Oh well, at least I can get my things from that accursed imp, you say with a hint of irritation. Well, that's a shame that we can't go back there, but I guess we wouldn't want to. Alright, now I think it's pretty simple and we're about ready to call it quits for today. Let's knock on the door. No. Open the door. Put the cookie on the door. Yeah. You lay the cookie on the ground. Before you can shout that you brought it food, the imp swipes up the treat. Yum, yum, my favorite. Come inside. Yes, follow. Come catch me, the imp shouts, leaving the door ajar for you to follow. You sigh loudly, not excited by the ungrateful imp or the foreboding atmosphere of the lonely mansion. All right, here's where I'm going to stop for now. We'll follow that wisp, or excuse me, not wisp, imp. Excuse me, we'll follow that imp next time. My cord got tangled up in the casters here. Yeah. Sure you want to quit? Yes. Yeah, that's it. It's almost 11 my time, so we'll continue this probably Sunday evening, or afternoon, excuse me. I think is when I will have time to do this, which is of course my scheduled time anyway to do it. So if you've been watching, I thank you very much, very, very much for doing so. Please like, subscribe, follow, bell, all that good stuff. I stream 3 times a week, usually. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern and Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, just for your time zone. And let's see if anyone happens to be, I guess I'm going to have to, do this. Let's see if anyone I normally follow is streaming right now on Twitch, and I can just raid them with my one viewer. I might have more right now, but nope, only GogCom and Games Done Quick. GDQ, so that's fine. That's the way it goes sometimes. All right. Oops. Backers. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and exit. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next stream, in the next video, and until then, please take care and stay safe out there.